Episode 10.
It's episode 10, guys.
Oh my gosh.
We are here. We're live.
We're in double digits.
Yeah, we're experts.
I'm just thinking.
Look, now we're not too full of ourselves to think that we could have made it here without you guys. All of our listeners from all across the country.
The globe.
Yes, and we wanted to give a special shout out to the top 10 states that listen into us on a weekly basis.
The most.
We have received the most downloads from these states, starting with the most, which is
New York.
Yes, our hometown.
Shout out
showing
to
us
New
some
York.
love. Coming up second is California.
And then New Jersey.
And then Texas.
Florida.
North Carolina.
Massachusetts.
DC.
Connecticut.
And last but not least, Virginia.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yes, and welcome to the show. What's going on?
So welcome to episode 10, as we said, to the good, the bad, and the glory. It's Nikki here.
And it's Sam.
We made it.
We made it. I'm feeling on top of the world. I'm a little cocky today.
You're a little cocky.
We're
You're
like
feeling yourself.
podcasting champions in my eyes. You know why? Because not only is it episode 10, as we mentioned on our Instagram, we have also achieved over 1,000 downloads.
Oh my goodness. When Sam told me that, I didn't believe him. I said, I need to see this for myself.
Oh yeah, I had the evidence. I had the proof.
I need to see this
I had
for
the receipts.
He had the receipts.
Of all the downloads.
He had the receipts, and you guys have been listening and downloading and subscribing and sharing, and we really, really, really appreciate it. Sometimes even reading off those states, I didn't believe it. I'm like, who knows us in Massachusetts?
Like we got downloads in like Hawaii.
Right.
I'm like all the way out there, y'all listening in.
So I'm so grateful. Our prayer every week before we even start this show is that it is a blessing to the people that listen to it. So just to know that there are people all over the world that are listening, we're grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, absolutely grateful.
So let's get into the show.
Let's do it. How was your week, Nicole?
So my weekend was pretty good. I supported one of my friends from church. She started her music ministry, Mercedes.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
It was so awesome. She did a concert releasing her new music, and it was again at Legendary Republic, that space that we were telling you about. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep. So that was great. Also, I know I'm really late, but yesterday I went to see Girls Trip.
You've got to see it.
I did.
How was it? Okay, I don't like the sound of that.
Okay, I wasn't a fan.
Really?
I was not a fan, like, at all.
Wow.
Like,
I'm surprised.
I was so bored. I'm sorry.
Bored?
Like, I chuckled a few times, but y'all need to see Sam's face right now.
This is just my reaction. I haven't actually seen the movie. I'm just so surprised because I feel like it's been getting a critical acclaim.
Exactly.
I think I saw a report that came out today making it was like the first like black directed, written, like, you know, over $100 million, etc.
All that.
And you weren't a fan.
It doesn't take away from all of those things. All of those great things are still true, and I'm still happy for them. I'm still happy that this was still a film that broke records, and, you know, it was an all-black female cast. But it just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I was very bored. I felt like there was no character development. The plot of the story was like, I could tell after watching like the first 3 minutes, I felt like I could tell you the rest of the story. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I'm glad I supported, though. I would not see it again. Yeah. I supported it. I purchased my ticket. And I'm happy that they're doing well. It just wasn't for me.
Okay, I got to check that out. I need to check it out and see what I guess the non-hype is about.
I don't know. But yeah, that was cool. How was your weekend?
My weekend was cool. Actually, before I get into my weekend, I actually was on vacation last week, as you guys may have heard.
Yes.
If you guys listened to our episode last week, I was in Orlando, Florida. So I had a great time out there. I visited Miami as well. Had a great time out there. And I went to Universal Studios as well.
How was that?
Oh, it was awesome. I have a fear of heights. And roller coasters. So my wife and my amazing friends made sure I rode every roller coaster in that park. Just about every roller coaster.
How was that?
It was. So my wife was like, "Oh my God, babe, you conquered your fear," and I was like, conquered." Maybe
that's a strong word.
Maybe I threatened my fear a little bit. Like maybe I psyched it out just a little bit. I don't know if I conquered it.
Wow.
Per se. But I guess it was a different experience for me.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the Hulk roller coaster. I would say that out of all the roller coasters. Mm-hmm. But there's this one that I may never go on again. It's like a 167-foot drop.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
And you did that.
I
checked you out, Sam.
I did it.
You did it.
It's called the Rip. I believe it's called the Rippin' Roller Coaster Ride. The Hollywood roller coaster ride. For those who've been to Universal Studios, I was on that one, and it was a time. It was a time.
Wow.
So that was my week. Last week, I was in Florida while all hell was breaking loose across the United States.
Yep.
Of all times for me to be down south, I was down south last week, but the Lord kept me, and I'm back here this past weekend. I learned something new about myself.
What did you learn?
My best friend's sister got married this past Saturday.
Yeah.
So I was at the wedding, and I love weddings.
Okay.
My favorite portion of wedding days are the cocktail hour.
Okay.
Because I love to eat.
They're usually better than the actual dinner.
You get to choose what you want to eat. And of course, if someone has an open bar, I'll just make sure money is well spent, okay?
It's lit.
I'll make sure money is well spent. So, I have a very mild, extremely mild shellfish allergy.
Yes.
Right? So, that's shrimps, crab legs, lobster. If I have that, I will probably, my mouth will get a little itchy. Maybe I get just like a little bit of bumps on my lips or things like that. So, it doesn't usually stop me from having like a bite or two of shrimp. Usually, if I have like 3 or 4 pieces of shrimp, then I'll get like just itchy, but just like annoyingly itchy, and only in my throat, like only in like my, like nothing closes up. I don't like start breaking out or anything like that. It's just an annoying itch.
Okay.
Apparently, if you drink alcohol and you have a mild allergy,
oh dear,
it will
heighten
the symptoms.
No way.
Of that allergy.
Really?
So I'm having a good time. I promise you.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
I took half a bite out of 2 pieces of shrimp.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just dancing, having a good time at the wedding, celebrating my best friend's sister who got married, yada, yada. And I just start feeling extremely itchy.
Oh.
Like, crazy. Like, I'm scratching my face. I'm scratching under my arms. It's itchy. I'm thinking, I know I put on deodorant. I know this happened. I go to the bathroom. I'm just like,
oh my God.
I'm just like, did I have too much? Like, what's going on? Did I have too much to drink or whatever? Like, what's going on? I come out of the bathroom and I come out of like the dance floor because it was dark in there. And I'm just going out to see where my wife is at because she was coordinating the event. So she was all over the place. She wasn't there to keep an eye on me. So I finally run into her. She sees my face and she's like, oh my God. So I'm starting to feel my mouth tighten up. Like I can't move my mouth.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, what's going on, babe? Like, why do you look like that? And she's like, oh my God, you're breaking out. Your face looks stiff. Your face looks swollen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I had to go outside for some air. My wife had to get me some Benadryl, which I had to take so that the swelling on my face would go down. And it pretty much cut my evening short.
I'm sure it did.
I mean, thankfully it was towards the end of the evening, so people were already starting to leave anyway, but I kind of had to just, go outside, sit in the car while my wife panicked and feared for me. Now, thankfully, I didn't feel anything like constricting my airways.
Oh, that's good.
Nothing
that's
like that
really
was happening, but my face was like really tight. Like I could barely move my mouth. And now I know if I want to sample some shellfish, I cannot have liquor. I cannot have.
Or you could just not eat shellfish since you're allergic to it. I mean, that might help you as well.
What the Lord has called clean.
I can't.
I'm just,
Yo, that's scary.
Yeah. So that was just an interesting experience. I could laugh about it now. My wife still isn't laughing about it.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
But just so you know, if you have a mild allergy, guys, alcohol can sometimes heighten
take it up a notch.
These symptoms. So that was my weekend.
That's crazy.
A fun time.
Wow. All right. So as we usually do, every time there is an award show, we make our predictions.
Yeah, we make our predictions. We let you guys know what we're thinking, how we, feel out the pulse of America to be with our astute, our astute musical analysis.
We are the voice of the people.
We are. I mean, we know what they're thinking.
Okay. So this coming Sunday, I believe it's August 27th, is the Video Music Awards, the 2017 Video Music Awards. So we're just going to make a few predictions on who we think is going to win in a few categories. And so first up, we have Artist of the Year, which I think is like such a huge category. That's like a big deal, right? So Artist of the Year, we have Bruno Mars, Kendrick Lamar, Ed Sheeran, Ariana Grande, The Weeknd, or Lorde.
Who should get it?
Artist of the Year.
In my opinion.
In your opinion.
I feel like the people who had like the biggest hits, it probably centers around, and I'm not sure how far back they go with this. But I think Ed Sheeran.
Really?
He had Shape of You. He had Shape of
That's
You.
Huge.
That was a song that played a lot. And then Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic.
The whole joint.
Yes.
Still going hard.
And then there's Kendrick Lamar. Everyone's telling people to be humble.
Yes.
Everyone's spiritual all of a sudden. But I think I may have to give the edge to Bruno Mars.
See, this is hard for me because as far as like, all right, I'm gonna give my answer based on who my favorite is, who I would want to win
who
in
you
this
want
category.
To win. Gotcha. Yes.
I would want Kendrick Lamar to win.
Yes.
Personally, because I feel like he's had the most impact, and I feel like just because his songs were more meaningful than anyone else's. Now, who I think the people would say, since we are the voice of the people.
We are the voice of the people, yes.
I think the people are going to say Bruno Mars. So,
yeah,
those are the predictions for that category. So, next up, we're going to say, let's look at Best New Artist. How about that? So, Khaled, is that Khalid? Or Khalid. Oh, so that's not DJ Khaled.
That's not DJ Khaled.
Whoops. So, Khalid, I obviously don't know who that is. Khalid. For Best New Artist, we have Khalid, Kodak Black, SZA, My Boo, Young M.A., Julia Michaels, and Noah Cyrus.
Now, is Young M.A. really a new artist at this point?
Listen, I don't know. I really don't know. Did her song? Yeah, I don't know. But I guess they considered her a new artist. So
I guess so.
Who's your vote?
Honestly, for me, it's between SZA and Kodak Black.
What song does Kodak Black sing?
I don't know. He's one of them new mumble rappers. Okay. I kind of lump him in with like Lil Yachty,
Lil Uzi Vert,
all of them. They're all the same. So he's in that category.
Got you.
Yeah.
My vote is for SZA all day, every day. Catch me.
That's your homegirl?
SZA? Have you heard that album?
I haven't. I need to listen to it.
Son.
I need to listen to it.
All right, that's another episode. We'll get into that. But SZA is out here snatching edges and speaking for the people. All right, so that's Best New Artist. We vote. Wait, you voted Kodak Black or
I think
SZA?
I think I may lean towards SZA.
All right. So let's do one more. Best Pop or Best Hip Hop? Which one do you want to do?
I think our audience may be more closer to hip hop.
Okay, Best Hip Hop.
Let's do
Best Hip Hop. Oh, this is the Best Hip Hop song, not the Best Hip Hop artist. So we have Kendrick Lamar, Humble, Big Sean, Bounce Back, Chance the Rapper, Same Drugs, Drum, or I don't know if it's DRAM, it's an acronym apparently, featuring Lil Yachty, the song Broccoli, Migos featuring Little Uzi Vert, Bad and Bougie.
Yeah.
And DJ Khaled featuring Justin Bieber, Quavo, Chance the Rapper, and Lil Wayne. I'm the one.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent. Wow, a little bit of a tangent here.
Okay.
But I feel like this is a good excuse to bring up my feelings towards this song, I'm the One. I do not like this song.
What?
I feel like, you know how they said Assad, DJ Khaled's son, was the executive producer? I think he actually produced this beat.
He really was?
I think he produced the I'm the One beat.
It sounds a little nursery rhymish.
It's too simple. It's too... I think Assad really produced that one. Yeah. I have to say. But I just wanted to make that known.
Oh, so you're not voting for I'm the One?
I don't want that song to win.
Got you. Okay.
Although I feel like it would have a good chance.
So what's your vote?
I personally love Big Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of all these rappers on here, maybe besides Chance the Rapper, I love Big Sean. Mm-hmm. But I think Bad and Bougie was too much of a culture impact to not win.
Impact.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the best song.
Yeah.
But it had the most impact. Everybody's Bad and Bougie. Yeah. Everybody and their mother's Bad and Bougie.
I'd be surprised if it didn't win.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So those are our predictions. As always, we'll see if we are correct on Sunday, August 27th. Tune in.
Yes, we will see. Oh, and also, other than the VMA Awards, I just wanted to mention this real quick. I am looking forward to this Tasha and Nicki collab that's officially dropping this Friday.
Oh, it is?
I believe, I think the release date is this coming Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow. Oh, we in there.
Yeah, so I'm just excited about that. T-minus 4 days till Tasha Minaj hits the streets. I'm excited.
Tasha Minaj. That's a good one, Tasha Minaj.
The
other one is like Nicki Cobbs.
Nicki Cobbs, yeah.
Nick Hobbs. Nick Shut up. Okay.
And the Cobbs? No?
No.
Okay.
Tasha Minaj is...
Tasha Minaj, yeah. All right. Well, we are going to get into this 10th episode celebration by doing things just a little bit differently. We just want you guys to get to know us just a tad bit more.
Yes.
We just want to continually just give more of ourselves to you guys.
Yeah. We want to connect with you guys. So we want you guys to feel like you know us too. So we're going to give you 10 fun facts about us. So 5 from Sam and 5 from me. Hopefully you don't know at least a few of these things and it'll be a little bit of a surprise to you.
Right.
So Sam, start it off. What's one thing that the people might not know about you?
The church I grew up in, I was actually a choir director.
What?
Yeah, I was a choir director. I would direct the choir sometimes.
Yes.
That's something people may not know about me since I mainly play the guitar more and do some background vocals every now and again. But I was an actual choir director. My song was it's a song called "Worship the King" by Byron Cage, and
you had that song. That was your song.
Anytime the choir sang that song, it's like, all right, time to go up there, and I would direct that song. So, that's a little secret fun fact about me.
That's one thing about you. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing about me is that I don't know if I've ever said this on the show, but I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Well, my family is from Trinidad and Tobago.
Gotcha.
I'm American, but, I'm first generation American, so that means everybody in my family is from Trinidad, right? So people don't believe me when I say this, but one of my cousins is Foxy Brown.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
And she hasn't been on the show yet? Nicole, what's going on?
I can't. Yeah. She's a cousin through my dad's side.
What?
I've met her.
Wait, so she's your dad's niece?
I may be wrong.
Yeah.
Her mom and my dad are cousins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it hasn't really affected my life in any way. I guess
Stay tuned for the Foxy Brown interview on The Good, the Bad, and the Glory.
Right.
I think I'm actually going to vibe off of your fact and tell the people that my ethnic background, is that the proper term of saying it?
Or where you're from.
Yeah. I was born here like Nicole, but my dad is Haitian and my mother is Grenadian. So a little bit of a mix there.
Mix it up.
And kind of a part B to that fact, I know no Creole whatsoever. I know sac passe.
Oh my gosh.
And macaque to all my Haitian brethren.
Is that not a curse?
No, it means monkey.
Oh, okay.
I hope.
Okay. All right. I can't. All right, my next fact is that I have never seen the movie Titanic. It's pretty terrible. I promise you, we can do a whole episode on all of the classic movies.
Oh Lord!
That I promise you I haven't seen.
I might be there with you.
Really?
I might be there with maybe some movies. Yeah, I'll probably be there.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to do better. I tell people I play this game with people when I tell them, all right, name all of the classic movies, and they're like naming them. I'm like, nope. I don't know where I was my whole childhood, but yeah. So that's one thing. What's your next thing?
Okay.
You have a hidden talent.
Oh Lord.
What?
This next fact is, I guess, a bit more embarrassing.
Okay.
But if I'm getting the number correct, I had to sign up for my driver's license test 5 times, I believe. Sorry. Thanks, Nicole.
Oh,
before
sorry.
I passed.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I mean, if there are any listeners there who took the test 5 times, I'm not judging you. I'm laughing at Sam, okay? Not you. Sam, what happened, bro?
There's the first 2 times, all right, they had something against me.
Wow.
No, I should say, so the first time I signed up, I'm going to go through this really quickly. The first time I signed up, I lost my permit the day before the exam. So I could not take the test. Okay. Signed up again. I promise you, I literally could not start the car. Like, the car would not start. And the lady is just looking at me like I'm crazy. I eventually end up starting the car. All I would say is that the test ends with my windshield wipers moving back and forth. It wasn't raining that day. And my instructor's just shaking his head at me in shame. Like,
he does not know how to operate a car.
Oh my God.
That is so funny.
The third time, I actually got the car to start. I'm driving off. I turned the corner, but the exam instructor is saying she feels like I have no control over the vehicle. I need to make a U-turn and just go back. The test was like no longer than 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm crying. I'm so sorry.
Oh Lord. The fourth time, Nicole, when I told you I thought I passed this test this time, I'm out here, making my turns. I'm doing the broken U-turn. I parallel parked perfectly. It was perfection.
Oh my God.
I made it all the way back to the starting point just for this woman to tell me, you need to take this test again. I'm like, what you mean? What you talking about?
Like, you need more practice then.
I was like, I did everything. She was like, your turns are too wide. Literally, the only thing I lost points off of was for some turns too wide.
Ooh.
And then last but not least, finally, the 5th time, I passed it. But I was mad nervous. So I pulled up. I was like, yo, did I pass? She was like, yeah, you passed. You qualified. I was like, thank the Lord. I did not. But that's my driving story.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
That was really good.
My whole wedding thought it was funny, too, since my best man used that in his speech. So everybody knows
I remember that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna move through this next one really quickly, and you're gonna understand why.
Yeah.
I have a phobia.
Oh, really?
I have, and it is very intense. My best friends can connect with me because we often torture each other with this very phobia.
Oh, really? Now?
There are a few of them, but this one that I'm gonna talk about is called
Whoa.
It's
Come again?
a phobia. Okay. It's a phobia of very small moving things. So the M word phobia that I can say, that one is a phobia of a large amount of insects together.
Wow.
Moving around.
Gotcha.
That will drive me crazy.
Wow.
So I'm going to just move on, but I have that phobia, y'all. I'm going to just put it out there. We're being vulnerable. I'm sharing.
Yes.
I'm giving you my soul.
We're being open. We're being open here with you guys.
Okay, next.
Random fact about me, I absolutely cannot stand yogurt.
What?
I hate it. It's not like I don't like it. Like, I don't like candy. I'm not like a dessert person, but I'll have a dessert every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand yogurt. If someone opens it up next to me, I'll turn around and I'm like, oh.
Are you serious?
I smell the yogurt. I can't stand the smell.
What?
I just don't like it at all.
Wildin'.
I can't do yogurt.
Some good Greek yogurt in the morning, some granola, some blueberries.
I'm not with it.
My heart's happy. Oh, okay. So my next thing, we're at number 4. So my next thing is that I love to travel. I love to travel, and I've been to 4 of the 7 continents so far.
Wow.
I have 3. I'm going to visit all 3 in my lifetime, in Jesus' name. But yeah, I love travel because I think that travel changes the way that you see the world, and it changes who you are, and it definitely opens up your mind to. It changes the way you see people, and it changes the way you think. So yeah, that's why I love travel, and that's why I'm gonna see the whole world. I want to see everything.
Gotcha. Here's another fact about myself. One of my favorite television shows of all time is Lost. That was on ABC. The plane crash. I absolutely loved that show. It got me into like being like I love serialized dramas like that. Lost got me into that. So I feel like because of that, I love shows like Mad Men, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, all that stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, small random fact.
Never seen an episode.
You have to watch it. You have to.
Okay. So this last fact about me is kind of special to me and also it's the most recent development of my life. I guess I can now officially call myself a storyteller. Over the past, 2 weeks ago, I completed a storytelling class at the Magnet Theater in New York City, and I performed my first story as a graduation performance, and it was amazing. It was a 6-week course with Adam Wade, who is a 20-time slam winner, and he taught a 6-week course with about 15 other students, and it was a life-changing experience. It definitely awakened a part of me that I didn't know existed in my passion for hearing other people's stories. It is so profound, and just listening to the intricacy of the happenings, because the stories that we told were personal narratives. It wasn't like there were things that we made up, or we weren't doing monologues of like a piece of a script. Yeah. These were actual things that happened in all of our lives. And so that was the most life-changing thing. Some of them were funny, some of them were really touching, some of them were sentimental, some of them were just sad, and it was just all beautiful. So that was a great experience that I'm never going to forget, and it's definitely the start of something really big in my life. So yeah, I'm a storyteller.
Yes, shout out to Nicole for storytelling. I wish I was there to see you storytell, but
everybody says that. I didn't invite anyone. I don't know why. It just
I would have found my way there if I was in the state.
Yeah, okay? I know. I'm sure. I kept it sacred. I don't know. I just kept it on the low. But anyways,
well, next time everybody come in.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, and do I have one more?
You have one more.
Okay. And last fact for me, I guess Nicole shared a recent development with her. I'll share one about myself. So as some of you guys know, or I think I've mentioned on the podcast before, is that I'm a songwriter and I love writing songs and things of that nature. And my church is actually going to record one of the songs that I wrote. And we'll be releasing it hopefully sometime before the end of this year.
That is so
hopefully
cool.
You guys will be able to hear a little something that I wrote.
Come on.
And yeah, I'll let you guys know once I get more details. But
that's awesome. Congratulations in advance.
Thank you very much.
So in the spirit of this being episode 10 and us doing the unconventional things,
yes,
we have a little bit of a surprise for you guys. This is our glorious thoughts.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, First Lady.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I am here with Nicole.
Hi.
Okay. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, and we're actually calling you live while recording our podcast.
Oh my gosh.
So this is our 10th episode, and we wanted to surprise our pastors by giving them a call. And we usually do this segment called A Glorious Thought, where we give like an inspiring word or a topic or just our thoughts on something that we feel like could impact people and encourage people, like an encouraging word. And since Pastor is on sabbatical, I thought I would call my other pastor, his wonderful wife, my first lady.
Oh my gosh.
My First Lady LaShann Kochi, to give an inspiring, glorious thought, an inspiring word to the people.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome. Well, I'm going to clear my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating at the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
The first word I'll say is that the Lord created food, so enjoy it. It is a blessing from the living God. An encouraging word that I would give is that there is glory and a freedom when you understand that the Lord really loves you and really sees you. You know, we hear it all the time. It's about relationship and not religion. But what does that really mean? And I think the Lord really initiated that first when he said that he gave his only begotten son. He gave. That was the first thing that he has done for us, was that he gave. He gave his son. He gave himself. He stooped down, if you will, and extended his hand out to humanity and said, take my hand and let me help you walk through this life. Let me give you my Holy Spirit, my very wisdom. Let me put it inside of you and show you how to walk through this life where challenges will come. But if you stick with me, you'll overcome them because I first overcome them. And I think as we really embrace that and live out of that truth and out of that understanding, that God loves us individually, specifically, and so intensely that certain things aren't an issue anymore. Certain things we won't struggle with anymore. We're not going to struggle with, does God hear me? Or does he forgive me? Or is God with me? We'll know it, that he is. Is God speaking to me? Yes, every time. And we enter this love affair, and it's beautiful. So the thing that I would say is today, truly embrace and receive the love of God. It will change your life. It will change your mind, your spirit, and your soul. It will settle your emotions. It will give you stability. It will change you.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow, that was awesome. Check that. You prepared in season and out of season. That was just on the spot. Thank you so much, First Lady.
Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And thank you for giving me a call. And your podcasts are great. Oh, my God.
Thank you.
You guys are doing just such phenomenal work. I'm loving it. Please keep it going.
Thank you so much, First Lady.
Awesome. Bye, guys. Love you so much.
Love you
Bye.
too.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, that was a glorious thought from my First
That's why
Lady.
they passed us.
That's why they passed us. I would have been like,
let me pull you back real quick.
Yeah, let me just read the word. Let me.
And she's out to dinner, like
exactly.
Wow.
She's probably got a cheesecake in one hand,
right?
Not like just flowing out of her
life,
the
right.
word.
That's awesome.
But that was powerful. Yes, really focusing on the love of God and how it frees you up just to receive everything that God has for you.
Absolutely. When you focus on receiving, I like that that's what she said. When you focus on receiving the love of God, it sort of diminishes the other things that may happen in your life.
Yeah.
Focusing on how loved you truly are.
Yeah.
It sort of makes the other things or the other feelings of being unloved from other people, it makes it really small.
Yeah. I once heard someone say, I can't remember where this quote is from, but this, I guess, person or a great theologian or whatever, he said, one of the hardest or most complex pieces of theology for people to grasp and receive is that God loves us. Just that simple
It's
fact.
so simple, but so complex.
Yeah.
Because in today's day and age, or even Christianity, there's this theology that, or there's this belief that you have to be a good person. You have to do good in order to be loved or in order to deserve love. And that is completely contradictory to what the Word of God says.
Yeah.
He loves you first.
Yeah, he first
He
loved
first
us.
loves you.
Yes.
Before you could do anything to prove that you deserve love. He loved you before any of that. And so it just sort of is a mind warp that you really have to just believe that I am loved. No matter what I do, no matter who I am, I'm loved by God, period.
Yeah.
There was one thing that one time my pastor said in church. He said, you have never, any of us, none of us have ever lived an unloved moment in our lives.
Wow.
There's never been a moment in time where you've been unloved.
Wow.
That's crazy. Just to wrap your mind around that.
That's absolutely crazy. And I feel like sometimes that's the disconnect we could get, or some people end up leaving the church, is because we've been, it's been beaten to us so much, like, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, and we feel like that's all God's concerned about, instead of us being first taught, and above all else being taught, that God loves us, and that He is love, and that's the end. That's it.
That's the end of
Period.
it. He loves us. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The words of that song will never, ever
That's
get
a classic.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Ryan. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah.
You're currently live on The Good, the Bad, and the Glory.
Hey, Ryan.
So, well, you're not live, but we're recording.
Yeah.
So Ryan is one of the leaders at Hungry for God Church, the church that I attend. And so, Ryan, we are on episode 10. So this is a celebration episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Glory. And we usually have a segment called A Glorious Thought, where we give words of encouragement or anything that's on our mind that will sort of inspire or encourage our listeners. And so for episode 10, we thought we would do something fun, and we would call some of our favorite leaders in the faith to give an encouraging word to our listeners.
Oh, wow. Put me on the spot.
I know.
I listen to the podcast. Yes. I know what the glorious moment is, but I feel like you guys set the bar so high. Like, put me on the spot and do this is kind of rough, but I'm going to try.
Okay.
Yes.
You can do it.
You got this.
And I appreciate the honor of calling me one of the favorite leaders. I appreciate that. So, glorious thought. My friends and I, you guys probably all know them, Amir, Janique, JR, Ebony. We all hanging out yesterday after church, and we're actually talking about something that I think that's pretty practical to our faith, is the fact that is the concept of how we get to our victory, right? We all know in our faith we say we fight from victory and all that kind of stuff, but it's how do you get the practical steps to get into your victory? I think it's the discipline that you want to do something big, but the discipline starts with doing the thing small. And I think the victory starts with doing the thing small. And the discipline, so we need to have that discipline to do those small things. So we were talking about how, for example, you might want to start a business and you might want to do something great, but how about you first start with maybe probably something simple and easy for you? And I think this is my glorious thought right here. Let's wrap it up. It's the fact that my thought to everybody that if you want to do something great, first start by changing what you eat. I feel like if you can master and what you eat every single day and tell yourself what not to do and master what not to do, you can master what to do.
So you said changing what we eat every day.
I said if you can master eat what you eat. So, for example, if you want to say, I want to be able to create something great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is that most people don't know what it takes to create something great. But greatness is not like one big giant step, right? It's a lot of small steps. And for me, this is what I learned in my thing. What shifted in my life and what changed me to be to grow in things in my life was when I actually realized that I can actually master after I changed my diet, I mastered what I ate. That discipline rolled over to so many other parts of my life.
Gotcha.
So I feel that if you just start with that little discipline, like just try yourself. I think we know in practical parts of our faith we fast, right? And we so oftentimes when we fast, we all look forward to what we can go back to, right? And but what if your fast is what not you were supposed to go back to, but what you were supposed to stay in? And the fact that if we change our habits and what we eat, it can master what we stay in and grow to.
Wow. That's good. And you talking about this was on the spot, Rye?
The word is on the spot, but the concept is kind of Jay, Neek, they're all going to get credit for this. Jay, Neek, Amir, and Ebony kind of talked about this last night. You eat every day, right? You might not talk to that person every day. You might not face that challenge every day, but you eat every day. And if you can master that discipline, it can roll into different parts of your life.
Got it.
Gotcha.
That's so good. Thank you for that word, Rye.
Yes, thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for calling me. I'm actually in the middle of taking the train back home from inner city, but you guys caught me at a good point.
Yay.
Oh, nice.
So
we'll let you know when the episode drops.
All right. Thank you, y'all. Have a great show.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
I think that was so cool. Like, that's actually something that I heard on another podcast that I was listening to. Shout out to Holly Murchison and the Tell Me About Yourself podcast. Is that sometimes you have these really big dreams and these big visions, and sometimes it just means starting small, starting with the things that you can handle, or some people call it the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
The things that you can just grab and do and discipline yourself to do that over and over. And the big point that he made is that if you can discipline yourself in the food that you eat every day, you can tackle your dreams.
You know, when he said that, it reminded me of something else I heard, where I think it was something like, if you have trouble waking up in the morning, or like you're always an oversleeper, when you brush your teeth, you should brush with the opposite hand that you don't normally brush with, and it'll build up that ability to fight what your body normally wants to do. So it's like doing that motion of fighting the use or the natural instinct to use your dominant hand will help build up that ability to fight off that natural urge to stay in bed in the morning and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of related somehow, some way.
Yeah,
so
just throwing yourself out of the routine.
Yeah, exactly. And building up certain things in certain areas can help and translate into other areas of your life, and you'll see that victory in other areas of your life. Because I believe that was like one of the points he made, like achieving victory in your life, if I heard him correctly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, definitely a good word right there.
Yeah. So that was different. That was so cool. And it's so amazing that people just have words of encouragement or just gems from God that they have sitting on their hearts that they can share with us. And I think that's something we should do again.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we will definitely do it again.
So,
in fact,
if we have your number, just be ready, okay?
Yeah. Or if you're cool with your pastor or ministry leader like that, and they wouldn't mind, getting a phone call like this, you could submit their number so we can give them a call.
We sure will.
And ask them to give us a glorious thought.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that wraps up our 10th episode.
Yes,
Yay.
we really hope you guys enjoyed it. They had a good time. And the main thing we want you guys to leave here with is that we appreciate every single one of you guys. We couldn't be here without you. You guys are the reason why we don't stop after, a certain amount of episodes. We see people listening in, writing in, giving their thoughts and opinions. So that's completely encouraging. Like, seriously, guys, we're so blessed and encouraged by your words and by your support.
Absolutely. So as always, feel free to contact us at goodbadglory@gmail.com. Continue to send in your winner of the week nominations for anyone that you know is doing well or doing things for the betterment of their community. Send us an email so that we can shout them out on the podcast at goodbadglory@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at goodbadglory, and like our Facebook page, The Good, The Bad, and The Glory. Sam, where can they find you?
You guys can find me at Oh My Lord. That's OHMILORD. Oh My Lord. On Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at Proverbs Boy on Snapchat, PROVERBSBOY. Follow me. I love to make new friends.
And you can follow me at NICKITY_, and that's on Twitter and Instagram. Again, that's NICKITY_.
One more thing before we go. Don't forget to review us. Leave a review. Tell us what you think about the podcast so other people can know and we could reach out to those other states that wasn't mentioned at the beginning. If you're from a state we didn't mention, you need to tell more friends in your neighborhood so you guys could get up there in the top 10 and move up among the ranks. But that only happens when we have a lot of reviews, and we need some reviews from you guys.
Yes, so if you're enjoying it, or even if you're not, just give us a review, and we'd love to hear it. But no. If you're enjoying it, give us a review. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, and remember, whatever we talk about, whoever we call on the spot, whether it's good or bad, it's all for the glory.
Yay!
See you guys next week.